I'm SirTapTap, and the AbyssRium Spring event is upon us. It has 16 new fish, plus, you know, the little premium one. So, here's going to be how to get all of the new hidden fish. And just as a general advertisement, I guess, on my website, sirtaptap.com, you can find written guides for all of this stuff. I generally recommend using the written guides more than the video ones because they're easier to update. They're really comprehensive. And I had my written guide done like 2 days ago, and now I'm just now getting to the video one. So you'll be more up to date. You'll be able to, you know, go look back at information without having to scrub back in the video player. It's just a lot nicer. So, a couple of things that everyone asks every single time I do an event video. Number A, they do these slow rollouts, so you might not have the event update yet, and just, you can't, there's nothing you can do about it. They do these stupid slow rollouts, and so it takes about a week for everyone to get the update. And it's just totally random who gets what. It's not an iOS versus Android thing, it's totally random. Nothing you can do. Just don't worry about it. It sucks, but they know that it sucks, they know we hate it, and they just leave it up forever. Number B, how do you have so many of the candies already? It's because the stuff rolls over. I've mentioned this in every single event video, I mentioned this in the guides. The game doesn't tell you, because the game never tells you, which is, again, why I really recommend using my written guide, because there's so much in this game that it never bothers to tell you. It just doesn't care, like, honestly. Anyway, but most importantly, yes, this event is back to the old style event with one critical flaw. As you might notice, I have Song of the Moon on, and let's click one of the candies. Just one Sakura leaf. That's the new currency. The currency always converts into the other currency, so I had 400,000 roses, or actually I had 500,000 roses, but I spent a bunch. And now they're Sakura blossoms. It's always the same thing. So, this is back to old style, but Song of the Moon doesn't work. Isn't that, like, all hunky-dory? Not exactly. But first things first, let's look through some stuff. So, the theme items are back, as you might have noticed. Whenever there's an event, always buy the theme items first and wear them through the duration of the event. You will save yourself a lot of time and some Sakura blossoms as well if you just buy and wear them the whole time. Because if you don't have them equipped, certain hidden fish just won't work. And you might even create a fish and then have to recreate another one. Because, like, for this Sakura Whale, if you don't have the Sakura tree and you do its unlock, it doesn't count. So yeah, just wear the stuff. It's pretty. It's a permanent unlock. It helps you get the hidden fish. Just do it. So let's go through the hidden fish requirements, and don't pay a ton of attention to the in-game listed ones because they're wrong. At least some of them are. So there's the bacon lettuce tomato clownfish, which is a great joke but kind of an ugly fish. That's just a regular one. That's not hidden. The butterflying fish. Not butterfly fish, but butterflying fish is, yeah, the first hidden one. You gotta watch 15 ads for the Sakura, and the counter doesn't work. I don't. The listed counter doesn't work, but yes, watch 15 ads and you will get it. And there's a 15-minute timer between ads, so unfortunately, yeah, that'll take a fair bit of time. Picnic Dumbo Octopus, that's not hidden, but you just get 5 baconless tomato clownfish. Petal Crinoid, which I love these guys. Crinoids are called feather stars or sea lilies, dependent on whether they're rooted or not. And I recommended putting Crinoids in the game quite a while ago, and it's really cool to see them in there. They're really beautiful things. Let me just make one. Look at that thing. The real things are honestly even more crazy looking than that. They look like a bunch of like feathers swimming. They're called feather stars, and they're just really cool. And so let's just keep going right down the list. Flower crown jellyfish. You need to collect 200 Sakura from Petal Crinoid. This seems to be bugged, but in a good way. First, it only seems to require 100 Sakura, and it might not actually have to be from the Petal Crinoid. Because some people get it a lot sooner than they should. I do think it needs to be Petal Crinoid, or at least don't depend on it not requiring it, plus you'll want the Crinoid anyway. But yeah, what you want to do is just have 5, store everything else, put out 5 Petal Crinoid, and then just tap, and you should have it within, like, a few minutes. It comes pretty quick because I think it's only 100 taps instead of the 200 that it lists. Blanket Octopus, get 20 new event fish. It's not hidden fish. Newborn Chick is one of the harder ones. So to get the Newborn Chick, what you need to do is, when you have the coral dye equipped, again, just wear the dye, it'll save you so much grief. There are 5 eggs hidden. There's a little Easter egg hunt, just like the gravestones in the Halloween event. So what you need to do is tap on them, take a picture. You don't have to share the picture or anything, but you just need to take 5 pictures. And so one is in there. These are always in the same place, by the way. That's right, Parker. One is in the little cave. One of them, what does it focus on? Oh, it's the photo quest. Okay, let me take care of this photo quest. Go away. I wish you could take off the photo quest. It gives you absolute garbage. One of them is kind of right wedged in here. Where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. No, excuse me, do not photobomb. I'm doing things. It's right between this pagoda and the rock. So take a picture of that one. There's another one that's just kind of... You can use the fish to kind of get your view out there. So there's another one right to the left of this pagoda. Take a picture of that one. Now the other 2 are in a trickier spot. They are way the heckarino back. One of them is behind these rocks here. They're kind of way back near the Nautilus. So you can kind of tap and maybe... There you go. You can kind of tap around the Nautilus. It's right behind the bow here. A little bit under the mast. So... We'll get that one. And from this one, you can see this one. It's behind these rocks here. Take a picture of that one. And you're not going to see the pop-up because I already got it. But if you just repeat those steps, you'll get the newborn chicks. But plural for some reason. But yeah, hunt for hidden eggs. And yeah, a lot of people are scared from the last event, a little gun shy. And think that, oh no, are they random? But no, they're always in the same place. Just equip the dye and they'll always be there. Picnic Sea Turtle. Get 3 Picnic Dumbo Octopus. So I have 3 Picnic Dumbo Octopus. By the way, I don't really like the picnic themed fish. They're dumb. But the Sakura themed fish are good. Sakura Wabagong, that's a... they're called carpet sharks, and that's another hidden one. You need to equip the Sakura tree, which is the costume for the Coralite, and then share 3 photos of newborn chicks. And once again, you don't have to actually share. You just click the share button, cancel out. Click the share button, cancel out. And do it like that, and then you'll get it. So you don't have to send the draft that it makes, you just have to click the button, and that's all. So you don't have to spam your friends. Picnic Dolphin, 3 Picnic Sea Turtles, not a hidden one. White Butterfly Ray, you need to equip Dance with Sakura theme. And it says create Sakura Whale. This is filthy lies. This is filthy lies, because that's impossible. What it actually wants you to do... what does it actually want you to do? I have it in my guide here. You need to create... a Sakura Wabagong. So you need to create the Carpet Shark Buddy. So, yeah, just once again, have all of the theme item equipped, and you'll just get that as soon as you make your first Sakura Wabagong. If you've already made a Sakura Wabagong without meeting that condition, you have to make another one. Which, like I said, that's why it saves you some leaves if you do that. Sakura Sunfish, 40 event fish. Picnic Dugong, you need to get 100 Sakura from Picnic Dolphin, and chasing down the Picnic Dolphin, once again, this is easier than it lists. It seems to only require 50, but to chase down the dolphins, you want to store everything, but take out at least 1, ideally maybe 1 or 2 of the dolphins, and you can kind of chase them around. I don't even see the stupid dolphins. They kind of swim all over the place. So what you do is once you click into expand menu, you can pan the camera, and so that helps you chase around the fish a lot easier. I can't even find these stupid things, but if I stored everything else, it'd be easier to find them. But yeah, that's the gist of how you do that. And like I said, it only takes 50, unlike what it says, so it's a bit easier. But yeah, not gonna bother to show you anymore. I can't even find the stupid things. So yeah, Sakura Beaked Whale, just get 3 Sakura Sunfish. And the Sakura Whale, as always, just get all new event fish, does not require the premium fish. You're never required to get the premium fish to get any other fish. The Sakura Whale are neat. They have like weird hot spring things built into their back. And a nice new feature into this event is you can just plain old access the old event. The old event is in here entirely as it was from 2017. I already have a video on how to get all the 2017 fish. The guide on my site links to the 2017 fish guide, so that has all the hidden fish there. I'll just scroll through these real quick. If you really want to get them from this video, I'm not going to bother reading them out, but yeah. The one complication of the last year's hidden fish is that you will need the dye and everything, the customization items from last year's event. So you will actually need to do that. I don't know if that's a bug or if they intend you to do that, but the way it currently works is that if you don't have them, what you need to do is go into the palette menu, go into the shop here, and you would need to pay $1 for the Spring Festival event. Kind of sucks you have to spend real money, but it is $1, and I mean, maybe wait to see if that's a bug and if they fix it. But as of current, the theme items from this year do not work for unlocking the old fish. So that's a shame, but yeah, it's currently how it works. And if you got any of these fish in the luck shell, the old requirements no longer apply. As long as you have one of a fish, the requirement is always ignored. So if you were lucky and you got the rabbit shark and the egg octopus by the luck shell, you will just be able to ignore those, basically. Also, if you do the old event first, the garden sperm whale won't work until you buy one of the new fish. I don't think a lot of people will have that happen, but if you just completely ignore the new event in favor of the old one, that's what you'll need to do. So this event, pretty good, but the one thing, Song of the Moon doesn't work, which you might notice. The fish prices, so these are the fish prices these were the prices from the old event with Song of the Moon. They're a little bit higher, but these are the fish prices without Song of the Moon. The thing about Song of the Moon is it multiplied your candy by 5 times bare minimum and 25 times at max level. And so an average player, I would say, should have Song of the Moon level 11, which multiplies your candy by 15 times. So this event is basically 15 times harder and to get candy on average, and it's like 10% cheaper. So the math doesn't really work out. And so the way it works out is that you need 43,000 candy to buy at least one of every new fish. Roughly double that to get one of every old fish too. I think it's more than double actually, but yeah, roughly. And you can get a maximum of 20 candy per minute by tapping every single Sakura bubble that pops up. So that works out to 35 hours of pure tapping. And even if you buy the premium fish, which I totally ignored because I wouldn't recommend buying it, but even if you buy this thing for $10, it cuts it in half, but that's still 17.5 hours. That's still the bulk of a day, including sleep. That's the whole day, including sleep, and you're not going to be able to do that like as a human, like within a day anyway. So what I do is I use a macro recorder. I have a video out on this that I uploaded today as well. So I use this macro in Nox App Player. What it does is you just tap a little bit, you record, you tap a little bit, hit the stop button, and it replays. There's a video on how to set all that up. It's pretty simple though. And you just leave that running in the background, and that will save you from quite possibly literally getting arthritis or some other, damage to your wrists because of a fish game. And definitely message the developers on Facebook that this is what I would do is tell them that you love the event, everything about the event except for Song of the Moon. Say, can we please get Song of the Moon back? And the thing about this is it's extremely unfair to new players. So I already had 500,000 candy stored up from back before, and I was basically earning candy at a rate of 25 times what is now possible, up to 50 times because the Spirit of Life used to double it as well. So what you could do, and this was actually really fun, what you could do is recharge your skills, cast Song of the Moon, go in here to the trophy menu, get your free 10 minutes of Spirit of Life, and then for 10 minutes, basically you're getting 50 candy per tap. and it gave a feeling of strategy, and you know, you're really getting a lot of progress done really fast. And I would never ever tap just for only one candy. It wasn't worth it, and it still really isn't that worth it. But what they did is they removed Song of the Moon, but they didn't reduce the prices, so it's nearly impossible. And that sucks. But it's just one thing they need to fix now. It just happens to be like one of the biggest possible things that they could have possibly gotten wrong. So I like this event, but without the Song of the Moon, this is totally unfair to new players. And I know a lot of people that have decided, no, I deleted the game for the Valentine's Day event, and I don't have any candies stored up, so I can't do this event either, so I'm not going to reinstall it. And that's a shame. I will say, if you missed my other video, I will keep doing guides for this game. I no longer kind of an evangelist or anything for the game. I still think the devs are kind of just going to try to boil the frog a bit more subtly from now on. But it's not quite so egregious that I just refuse to do anything at all with it. But this still sucks. And I hope that if we all message them on Facebook, you can send them an email too, but they tend to ignore all other comments. If you leave a public post on their Facebook, they ignore it. They never respond to those. They never really publicly post on Facebook much at all. Send them a direct message. That's the one thing that we know they do check and they do reply to. Be polite, be concise. They're really bad at English. They do not have any English speakers on staff. Like I said, it's kind of ridiculous for an app with like several dozen million people playing it. There's at least 10 million, probably well over 10 million English players. They must get millions of dollars from English speakers every year, or probably like every month, honestly. And it's ridiculous they haven't spent like, you know, $40,000, get somebody who speaks English to do your PR, you know, get an intern, hire Steve the intern, you know. It's ridiculous, but yeah, the communication, the thing about by the way, a lot of people excuse a lot of the ridiculous stuff in the game, like, by the way, IfNet of last year, IfNet, beautiful. A lot of people excuse all of the typos and stuff in the game is that, well, they're not good at English. But here's the thing, a lot of the mistakes they make are not explained by bad English, because like I said before here, the unlock for the white butterfly ray, it says create Sakura Whale. It's not, it's the Wobegong, and Wobegong is not a whale, it's a shark. There's no way that was a translation issue. So I suspect that the original Korean actually has the typos, and the typos just come across in the localization. There are some things that are just genuine, like keyboard mistakes, like Samel Rock and Evnet. And that's a proofreading issue. That's more of a proofreading issue than a language issue anyway. Because if you know that event is the word and you spell it wrong, like, that's still not a language barrier issue. That's kind of a care issue. Or lack thereof. But yeah. I can deal with the English and the typos and the literally wrong information in any language, but the Song of the Moon thing is still pretty killer. So I think a lot of people are still going to be pretty bummed about that and maybe not reinstall the game, and that's a shame. But I mean, I think that's pretty reasonable. If you're starting from zero and you don't have the capacity to use a macro recorder like this, oh, you can't see the macro recorder. Can I? Let me try this. Oh, here's the macro recorder. So I didn't see that you couldn't see that. It's, you know, recording things. It's complicated. Anyway, so you can do this kind of macro. Replays your clicks. Simple stuff. Like I said, I got another video on that. Just check that out in my recent videos or in the AbyssRium playlist. I get questions, like people ask me to do more AbyssRium videos. The thing about that is I have over 70 AbyssRium videos. I've covered seriously every topic in the game. So check those out. You'll learn a lot. Or check out my written guide. That's what I prefer personally. I just find it a lot easier to read stuff than to listen. But if you want more of a podcast, you can just listen to the whole dang playlist, I guess. It'll get you all of the fish in your ear holes that you could possibly stand, and more. So that's pretty much this event. Not too much more to say. Oh right, one other thing. Like personally, I'm still abstaining from any kind of in-app purchases and even avoiding watching ads. Not that I really have much to do in the game anyway, but personally, I'm still a little bit annoyed about the whole Song of the Moon thing. But the Rabbit Diver is back. The Rabbit Diver will not give you any benefit in the event. It just gives you the standard 30% discount on a fish, and it's not really a big deal. It just, for any in-app purchase in this game, don't look at the bonus effects, look at the thing. Be like, alright, would I pay $10 to see this thing in my tank? If the answer is yes, maybe buy it. If the answer is no, definitely don't buy it. Because that's really what you get. The other effects are pretty minor. Even if you spent over, I think if you bought every package, which is about $300 worth of in-app purchases, you still couldn't max out all of the skills. Just by the gem rewards, by the way. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, let's get a little bit off topic. That's the spring event. Better, but definitely not the best. Like, objectively speaking, in terms of difficulty, this is still probably the second or third hardest event. The cost is a little bit lower than the Valentine's Day event, and there's no waiting 3 hours between each spin, and there's no random factor, so it's better than the Valentine's Day event. I would say that at its very best, this event is probably tied with the anniversary event we all hated last year, and the anniversary event was 200,000 candy, but you could get up to 25 per tap, so I think that event was actually still easier than this one, because it's 43,000 for this one, and you get 1 per tap. So basically multiply the amount of candies you need for this event times 25 to compare it to other events fairly, which is, it does not review favorably. But yeah, that's this event. Hope you have fun. Set up, like I said, set up the auto clicker macro thing. If you have a PC or a Mac, you can do it. Doesn't matter if you're on iOS, Android, whatever. As long as you have access to a PC that can run that, you can do it. It's pretty simple. And just don't give yourself arthritis over a fish game. Seriously, please. It's not worth it.